Well, hello there again, whiskey lovers. It is I, your whiskey coach, back at it again this evening. And here I thought I was done with Canadian whiskey, or at least for a while. Many great Canadian whiskeys I haven't got into yet, but after the Northern Border collection, I thought it'd be done. I had a bunch of bourbons and rums to speak about, but what happened today? I stumbled across this bad boy at the local grocery store. Tonight's review, Crown Royal Bourbon Mash Blended Canadian Whiskey, part of the Blenders series. Now, that is not to be confused with the Noble Collection that they've come out with, the Cornerstone Blend and the Wine Barrel Finish. This is apparently a whole new collection of bourbons that they're going to be releasing. My guess is they're going to highlight the different types of whiskeys that make up Crown Royal Deluxe, the Bourbon Mash being one of those. But I'm not sure about that. I don't know how they would do that, considering they've already come out with a rye, the Northern Harvest Rye, the former Jim Murray Whiskey of the Year. But I'm not sure exactly what's going to consist of this blender series, but this is part of it, I guess. So, you guys know me, and if you've watched me for a long time, Crown Royal holds a special place in my whiskey-loving heart. So I absolutely had to buy this, and for $26.99 US, I mean, why not? The one thing I found interesting about this is it's 80 proof. You think bourbon, and man, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm not at least 90 proof, it's hard to even kind of consider it bourbon. Basil Hayden comes to mind, but other than that, there's not a lot of folks doing sub 90 proof bourbons or sub 85 proof at the bare minimum. But let's jump right into the description. It says the special blend showcases the warm vanilla and subtle oaky notes of the bourbon mash whiskeys, among the most flavorful and complex of the 5 unique whiskey recipes that comprise the extraordinary Crown Royal signature blend. Aged in a combination of new charred oak, American oak, and ex-bourbon barrels, the result is a richly layered, perfectly balanced whiskey that has the complexity of bourbon with the signature smoothness of Crown Royal. Enjoy the rocks or mix with an old-fashioned for a distinct experience. The box, pretty cool. It's got a little bit of like a wood grain look. I think it's kind of cool. Something Crown Royal has never done before. In traditional Crown Royal, and it's got by a little thicker cardboard stock, by the way, too. Like Crown Royal always does, they put a nice little unique bag together. This one kind of looks like the Barrel Select, or even maybe a little bit, yeah, kind of looks like the Barrel Select. Another thing, the bottle itself is a little kind of a different iteration of their traditional bottle. The shape is the same of their normal bottles, but it's kind of got a little, embeveling kind of here on the shoulders of the bottle. I'll try to give you a good look at that. See, yeah, right there. So a little bit different look, kind of a little bit of a like a rose gold, copper style topper up there. Cool thing here, it does show the. Don't know who this is. There's an autograph up here. A reproduction of an autograph. I'm guessing maybe a master blender. Guessing. Another thing. Again, for $26.99, you kind of get a nice little presentation here with the bottle, the gold inlays, the embeveled shoulders. Also, you get a bottle number. This bottle number is 37838. That's kind of cool. Oh, and by the way, I just discovered that autograph up there is the blended by whoever that person is. Frankly, I'm not sure. So, without further ado, let's jump into the fluid, shall we? Like I said, kind of caught me off guard tonight doing another Canadian whiskey, but here we are. I saw it on the shelf and it was screaming at me, and I said, "Man, I've done so many Crown Royals." And by the way, one of you requested the vanilla because I think that's the only one I haven't done, outside of the old 10-year and the 15-year-old age stated and some of the Dusties, but the modern blends. That's the only one I haven't done for you guys, at least. So I will do that. Smells bourbony. At 80 proof, I'm anticipating this to go down very, very smoothly. It looks very much of a bourbon. The bourbon, let me take a quick step back. Obviously, Crown Royal can never produce a bourbon. You all get that, right? First of all, they have to use all new charred oak. But the biggest one is they're producing their whiskeys north of the border, and the requirement is to be U.S. made. And there are other things, 51% corn, blah, blah, blah. Very spicy. It smells more rye rich than anything. Not getting a lot of the caramels, the vanillins, the sweetness that you would get in a traditional, corn-heavy bourbon. Certainly. Not a lot of information online for mash bills and that sort of thing. It is a brand new product, at least here, so I couldn't find much in the way of information really on this product. So what I'm giving you is what I read in the box, what I know about Crown Royal, and what I'm tasting here tonight. So, all right, let's give this one a taste here. Very thin. My goodness, it's like drinking water. It is a little bit cold. We'll sit in my car for a little bit, and it's about 5 degrees here tonight, so it's cold. I personally, unlike most people, I actually like my bourbon a little warm. I like to kind of hold it, like this, or like this in a Glencairn to kind of warm it up. This is a little cold. It's very thin. Little spice on the front end. Little bit of the corny sweetness. Everything's muted. You can tell they cut this substantially to get it down to 80 proof. I don't know what it came off the still at, but it's a mild experience. You're getting a little bit of burn, a little bit of warmth, a little bit of a Canadian hug there on the back end. A little more than I initially anticipated after swallowing. Feels nice through the nose. It's not unpleasant, but it's kind of here and gone. Like washing this one around your mouth to coat your palate and your taste buds really doesn't do much. I feel like you can almost just swallow this and be done with it. Guys, there's not a lot to talk about on this one. It's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty thin experience. It's not unpleasant. Whiskey Coach will give this one a 5.3. I do think this would actually work well in a cocktail. Not something that I would drink neat outside of a review environment, but other than that, guys, that's all I have. Thanks for joining me, as always, and until next time, glasses up.